Yeah, it should work now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Forrest Holman here, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I know this is not gonna have the flair of when I first started playing the game, like with the title music. But I'm honestly surprised this game did not turn itself off when I was playing YouTube. But whatever. We played this game some days ago. On the last episode, we started off doing uh, we started doing investigations on the situation at hand. For those who don't know, a detective was found murdered in the in the prosecutor's underground parking, the prosecutor's office, the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. And a witness came forward and explained her side of the story, which we kind of got into a good bit up until the very end when we found out that another murder has taken place of another detective in a separate building at the same time. So, so now we're basically delving this episode into figuring out what exactly happened, and that's where these two parts will come into play. The investigation and the trial for the day two investigation and the trial of the third day will all delve into this situation. And that's where we're going into this. So, without further ado, let's begin. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright and Co. Law Offices. Uh, Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I, I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it! Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office Underground Parking Lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum wasn't empty. The oil drum cooked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erase of evidence at the crime scene? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all! It's just, we're both professionals at what we do. And I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. For context, she is, just so we're all clear, she is 16 years old at this point. She does not make a reappearance in the rest of the games up until Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. And because I have never played Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, I don't know how old she is in that game, and I never played the Spirit of Justice, which is when she last made an appearance in the Phoenix Wright games. So I don't know what her age is in those two games. We are moving on. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, Jesus Christ. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this. See? Press the X button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. So yeah, we use the control stick. Oh, got some blood right over here. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this scientifically? In case you don't know, the answer to this would be the amount of blood. Because if you remember correctly, or if you weren't there, we did check out the blood stain on the bottom of the shoe, and there was a good amount of blood on it. So it's gotta be the amount of blood. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. Yep, look at all that blood. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where you find the blood stain, okay? Alright. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. Solution used for scientific investigation. Finds blood traces. Spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Now let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Uh-oh. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Uh, I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Detective Star. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of the suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the Cop-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. Wow, Emma! Wow, just roast this girl, why don't you? And you were let go? Fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... That looks like a petrified piece of provolone. Huh? It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the Cop-Up Queen, right? They found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's, but it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Would you take a look at this? You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You didn't even look at it. Ooh, you must have brewed the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infused the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret of their aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I smell in here is wasted time. A body with Edward's knife stuck in it was found in Edward's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence in that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer on the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know, It was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was this guy really trying to say, I wonder? Did you take a look at this? Dun, 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 dun. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the cabin, the chain link fence, in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? But now I want to talk about the SL9 incident. That incident really opened up my eyes, to tell the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Police Department Security Detail Officer Marshall. Detective Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten. And neither have I. You haven't forgotten the S9? There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems that you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Received from Miss Star. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. Oh. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess I have to come back. Yeah, sorry, I tried to figure something out there, but alright. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I wonder if it makes sense. It's slow, fast. Hold on. It's supposed to make sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the memo from the front deck. Here it is! It's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Guys, we're going to the guard station. It's February 23rd, evidence room, entrance guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that, that door is a secret. Here. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It just seems that way. Oh, okay. It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing. Like it's hard to bend straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? Hmm. I have a feeling I know who. I have a feeling I know who he is already. Hmm. 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 Oh, sorry, where the heck was I looking at? Let me get me a drink. Hold on a second. Look on the floor! A lasso! Hmm. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know! Uh, Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed! You sure have an imagining for... an imagining... Hmm. You sure have an active imagination. Yeah, she does. The evidence room is beyond the door. That door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Hmm. 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 Let's see here. Hmm. So... Hmm. Let's see here. It's good to have a uniform here and there. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know! A poochie! Hmm. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. If it's a poncho... But I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Hmm. Eh. Yeah, if this sure prickly, they must be the real deal. I don't I want think just because we're significant. Uh, uh, I would think that just one big card. It's one big one looking at the sacrifices. Yeah, they realize they're just screwed. This cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just lost on my train of thought here. Hmm. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Oh, what's that? One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you! Hey, we got some music finally. I could probably stay awake now because of being a little bit tired. Detective Gumshoe! Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. How did I just heard the sound of his heart breaking? Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Need criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal that hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Oh, where should we begin? Oh, well, it's a bit obvious to begin with that, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Any ideas? Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, wasn't you? Well, with all these rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. There was that business with him not reading that official report. About the cleanliness of the police department, right? The chief of police is right about that. But I can't help but think. So what if the police department doesn't like Edgeworth? February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not get too far down that road just now. This will get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying! Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here at the request of the chief, sir. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Lieutenant Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. The day of the crime. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! I can hear you just fine, Officer Meekins. Don't have to fuss. I can hear you fine, Mr. Officer Meekins. Officer Meekins. Let's see. Ow. I think I hear you fine, Officer Meekins. Alright, someone must have done things, sir, and so I went into the evidence room, sir. The car station and French found the room to was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, until the 1800s. Yeah. Yeah, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? That's I'd happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. Suspicious person with a black... Wait, a suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yo! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? Oh... That's sir, I went into the light, I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to the most blue eyes, how long were you out? Days? Okay. Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So then when I could to wrap it up, sir, the bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yeah, another similarity between the cases of one of my sister was one of the Jeez, I'm gonna put... Listen, I apologize for constantly staring out into space. I'm so sorry. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I'm just reading this again because I kind of missed it a little bit there. I want to read that one more time because I kind of went into that a little too fast. So patrolman had general affairs. Some business that day, went to the evidence room. Transaction for the room was empty. But there should have been somebody there for obvious reasons. Security officer is revealed here. It says I happened to glance at the security room monitor. This is when we saw him. Suspicious person in the evidence room. Suspicious person and tries to choke himself out for some reason. Pretty much. Right? Then when he woke up after being let down in some way, he wakes up here. Hmm. Let's see here. Right. The victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I hope you can say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or as a total stranger, there's only one. I'm trying to do as I say. Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he flirted heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work for the attorney department devoid of life or other Christian comforts. I can't know any defense. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None! Nor did I have any recollection of killing a little employer for him. Nor do I have any recollection of the killings him, sir. There's someone around here is more confused than I am. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I worked in a tiny department devoid of life for other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if... Alright. So if it's just why we stab him. Alright, let's see. Bandaged hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Oh, you say, sir? Don't you think you should confess? But sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you couldn't do? I tried to tell the truth. Sir, when it happened, one of the detectives pointed that game at me. I was just Nope. When the detective pointed the knife at me, just screamed. Stop as long as I'm 3 days unconscious. And until he found a saw and... The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone! Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared! What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my stand, sir. Oh, the shock, the horror, sir. Can you imagine how I feel? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Officer Meekins, have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Huh? I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir, I know. I'm the only one who without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere! No, I'm alone! All alone! What? Is that so wrong? I guess life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romances, sir. Is he talking about those 2 badges on her coat? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Did you go take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Oh, correct! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing! I better pry into this one a little deeper. I want to check something here. Yeah. Crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and left at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto to others before they do unto you. My father's own words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes were... Everything went white. Then I awoke, I was in tears. Right. Reason for arrest. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed a knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Hey, dude, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. All the shock, all the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I feel? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why wasn't that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Alright. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I meant to say. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? Is this still living up here? It told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day at the time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't document the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? Oh, the security camera. The city, my crime, the crime I swore to step out, it's there, it's me on it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Oh, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, huh? You know what it means if there's anything missing? Sir, I'm sure it's most likely perfect. I check all the drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the police again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Oh, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edward going to be okay? Oh, are they? Oh, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with their boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room incident. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 cases at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Righto, I can't give away allowances just like that. And in this particular, well, it's a little sensitive. And I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know one thing I hate most about all this hiding stuff? Secrets! Can't stand them! But it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Oops! I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can find any, so we can kind of discreetly ask him. I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Oh, sorry, Righto. Let's do that stuff. Do what I say. Go find the guy who can't see this still out there. That busy one. The guy who can't sit still, does you mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Oh. I'm just making sure you're all good here. sorry, could always do that, right? I forgot about that. Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. It's not poured her heart into making this. So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Let's see. Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah. Let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additive she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. That hmm. 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 So where am I supposed to go from here? I wonder. Oh, I'm a bit lost, so we're just gonna do what we usually do best whenever we do that happen to do us. Whenever that happens to us, it always. Hmm. 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 Okay. The only time I will ever look at a piece of move and a thing to help me along would be if I'm so stumped that I don't know where I was supposed to go. In this case, I was so stumped that I had to look, so I figured out where I had to go. Ooh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Oh, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it out for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not! Well, except for this. What? You cut something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Let me make a note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. A half-written document dated 2/21 will only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Ah, okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when you were to ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, this guy in his song No, righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Actually, if anyone asked me, sir, could I borrow $50, I'd give $50, no problem. So go ahead. Investigate the art room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Hey! This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for theft, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. So now we can finally go to where we needed to. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Dant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bermuda sky so gray? Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? What's that? What does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what'd you stand there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you upgrades. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Alright, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on a wide prairie. I can go for loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. He was just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Oh, really? Thanks for indeed a good practical into investigation pronto. So what we gotta do now is we gotta present the steak lunch to this man. That's mail. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for this evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekles at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy actually getting his name wrong and called him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from the detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in there next to your steak, you know? Marshall. Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SLA incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago. The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. Security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Mason's mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Mason's and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is really related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing was about? We keep only evidence from solid cases in this room. They kept here until the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened out online 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record added to the court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. The evidence room is beyond that door. I turn on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. And I have the ID card. A real ID card. Let's get this investigation started already. Now we can go into the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. What? Eek! Whoa! Sorry. I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Oh no, please, don't look like a selfish man. If anyone asked me, sir, could I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So cheap a police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Jeez, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room 4 plans added to the court record. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Boss for a day. So Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you're not kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess it's what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SO9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh! You mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, snap! You get a shot. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoky every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't even know about the fingerprint lock. Evidence locker added to the court record. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Oh, we got a handprint over here. What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SO9 incident, pal. Did it stick on the one of the pieces there? Another piece of SO9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before adding it up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. I'll try putting the rest in place. There it is. Oh. There we go. There we go. There's that. There's that. There we go. And there we go. Huh? Well, I simply did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence of the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record. Look, this one's open! And the red indicator light above the door is lit. The locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess there must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Maybe we had to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck still about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to hide behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real make sure the police badge, enough said. I wish I had a badge, even an ID card would be nice. That's the rest of my Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Theory, huh? A face should be enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Foxbreed's award that Mr. Andrews got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Found in Mr. Edwards' car, found in Mr. Edwards' knife, huh? Well, what drive Mr. state prosecutor trying to do such a thing. Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Didn't mean to do that. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? I said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day! I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Allow me to say one thing speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Detective Goodman's... That detective's note and Edward time I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SNI connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. That's the photo that Miss Star took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Star's quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card report of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the... Whoa! What is it? That second number! It's not your ID card. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth! What? ID card record updated in the court record. How would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can't open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was found here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Alright, so we did our duty here, so we're gonna go ahead and move over to... Video. Hmm. 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 I'm a little bit stumped in the end, so let's take a quick look at everything here. Oh yeah, I actually forgot about that. They were telling us to do that, and I completely forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and move back over here. There's a lot of blood there. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey! You didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Whoa! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal! What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too! I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief! Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. I don't think we got what we need to do here. Nope, apparently not. Am I missing something from over there? What am I missing here? I'm missing something here. What am I missing here? Oh. Wait, what? What am I missing here? What the hell did I not do? Let me take a look. Did I forget something here? Yep, that's what I forgot. Yep. Now that was a bloody violent case. Putting this up to where I might need it. Violent. So it was a murder? A serial killing! A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edwards built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edwards right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SI9 incident, see? So, the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence. Oh, wait, no. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? What the hell are we... Wait. What am I missing here? Hmm. Is that really what I gotta do? Just for the sake of doing it, really? 'Cause I swear, if I do this and that's the reason why it's not really working here, wow, we got a reaction! There's clearly blood around the spines here. This feels pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Okay, what the hell am I missing here? What the heck is... What am I missing here? What have I not done yet for it to tell me I'm not ready yet? Like, it's not letting me do that yet. Hmm. Okay, I did just about everything in that, and it's not letting me move on. What the hell? See, I don't get it. What am I missing? See, I don't get what I'm missing here. That's the problem. Hey, Mr. Coconut, how you doing tonight? I'm still going. Hold on, let me see. I gotta read this. Hold on a second here. How's the stream going? How are you? I'm doing okay. I came with a question. Well, technically, you already asked me a question, but what is the question you want to ask? But anyway, how's the stream? It's doing okay. The only problem is I'm trying to backtrack because, yeah, I'm trying to backtrack to figure out where I have to go. I know where I gotta go. The only problem is I don't know what I have to do for it to. I don't know what I gotta do. Cause I know what I gotta do, but I'm backtracking because I'm not sure what I'm missing. And I'm trying to use a walkthrough to help me, and it's not really working very well. And it's kind of irritating me right now. Because what I'm supposed to do is I am supposed to, I'm supposed to move into this area. And there is supposed to be a cutscene to play here. But for some reason, I'm not getting it. And I don't even know why. Let me take a long guess. I had a feeling you were going to ask me on that one. So TFS made an abridged version of the Boo saga called the Boo Bits. Basically bits from the show, and it's honestly pretty funny, and the full version is about 35-ish minutes. Maybe on a later stream I might react to it. But for now, obviously I can't do it because I am playing this game. But it's a possibility. Right now I'm laser focused on this game. And I really don't want to try to go all the way back to it because I have been live streaming. I knew what you meant either way, and why am I? Yeah, I knew what you meant either way. Let me see, how long have I been going up for? About 2 hours. And I'm pretty certain I've spent the last number of minutes trying to find this thing. You know what? I am going to go ahead. I'm not going to end the stream here. I might not have much of a choice. But since I did read just about everything, I'm going to go ahead and speed run it. Watch this, we're gonna speed run through this, don't worry. it out, working on a video for tomorrow. Alright. Well, I appreciate the work. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. Yeah, I'm doing a speed run of this because I literally read through all of this stuff here. Yeah, I think that's probably, it was probably having me do this bit right here. But we're not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about saying every little detail there. So yeah. What the hell? That is it's the funniest sound I've ever heard in this game, though. Yeah, that's gonna be an annoying sound. Alright, so after that, present this man's ID. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I know I'm not talking much. I'm busy speed running through this. Very much busy speeding through this. So now that we did literally everything, I literally looked at that whole thing here. It should be good enough for it to do that stuff here. What did I forget to do? Was it that time the times that we had to go over there? I have no idea what I have no idea what that was. Apparently, I missed a major scene and it would not let me go back to it for one reason or another. I don't even know why, but we're at this moment now. We can finally move on. Oh, jeezy cow, man. Alright. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigation. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess I'll have to come back. Are you serious? What the Dude, I did everything perfectly to a T. Dude, I looked at this thing. Dude. Dude, I literally did everything exactly as I was supposed to do. And it's still not letting me do anything here. I have been on this one case, literally, look. Just this whole part alone, I have been on here for 2 hours. Just the investigation this whole time. I have been at this for the whole stream. Even so far as to use a fucking walkthrough to help me get from where I had to go to get to this point. So what am I missing here? I think I know what I might be missing. Let me see something here. I think I know what I'm probably missing. That's what I was missing the whole time. Are you serious? Ah, there you go. I don't know how I feel about this. Hmm. I actually gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. I have apologized for how long that wait was. I do want to state for the record, because of how long this post is taking, I am going to just state for the record, I will be only doing this section here. For the rest of the stream, anything in this part, like anything going on in the trial, in the trial, that I was going to originally do for this, I will hold off for the next time we do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and in return for that, I will do the investigation half on that as well, and then we'll save the final episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with that last day of the trial. So that's how we're going to go about this. All right. Now we'll make a community post involving that. All right. So with that being said, let's finish this chapter. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This blocker, it's mine! It's yours? Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. Yeah, like that one guy from Psycho, look how he turned out. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give them my report for the day. It must help, you know. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey! It's Mr. Edward we're talking about! I'm sure he can use a report like this! I believe in him! Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal! Later! Okay, so that is the clue. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Now that is the clue that we actually are going to be able to move over to the area that we needed to go to this whole time, that I kept wondering, what did I do wrong? But now we're here. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Oh, guess. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg you'll leave. So long. For those of you that don't know, that was the bellboy from Turnabout Sisters, case number 2 of this game. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. Oh, this! Ah! This is gonna be an interesting moment. This is a reference towards something that I will not spoil for anybody that has never played a game in one of the 2 future games. I'm not gonna say which game it's in. Nobody else better say it either. But I will say that character on that flyer is going to be important later. But right now, it's not important. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Inquiry Committee. So, how did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes. Apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department! Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor of this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. So what we gotta do is we're gonna show him this. Oh right, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's, brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Not right now, anyway. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. We're actually gonna go ahead and, I actually didn't mean to do that. I thought that was something else. I know you. You'd probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Grant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. I'll give these to Detective Gumshoe as well. Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Yep. We are going to go over to the, where we were at before we had to come back over here. Yeah, everybody's all gone here. February 23rd, Evidence Room, Sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on this detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the most clearest print. I really can't test the difference at a glance. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay then. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the triangle button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. You know what I like to do? This is what I like to do right here. I am basically covering the screen with the white powder. Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks something like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here! Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Ah, yep, there it is right there. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yep, time to do this again. Yeah, I always do this every time. And in case anybody's wondering, how does this work with the DS version? Well, you actually tap on the bottom screen, and then you use the DS's microphone to do this. Whereas in this game, in case you don't use a microphone, you got the triangle button. And if you don't get a clear reaction, best thing to do is to cover this area up. And then, there you go. Hey, a print so clear it's dazzling! Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find in this evidence locker? Edgeworth's? Match found! Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so I came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Okay. Alright, let's check for prints. So that pretty much saying how we found the bloody handprint. Alright. Yeah, so... It's kind of a creepy picture, you know, when you think about it, right? Hmm. 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 Oh, there's it right over here. Alright. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. Oh! I gave it my best shot. I kind of thought won't be anything good for matching prints with it. But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different figure then. I gave it my best shot. Oh man. Oh, we got something here. Yep, there we go. We might have something here. There we go. And we got it. Jake Marshall. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints. on a white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I... I don't believe it. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. The evidence is evidence, Emma. That's just how it is. So I'm going to go ahead and save at this point. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we will do the trial and then the investigation for that stream, and then we will end the final episode with the last day of the trial. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, before I end this stream, I do want to say for the record that I do have a community post with a poll on it. I posted it actually about 11 and a half hours before, like 11 and a half hours ago. It was at 1 p.m. when I posted it. I'm pressing the wrong button, Forrest. Which is a job, buddy. So, excuse me. So I did make a community post, talking about this, talking about the game Silent Hill, the short message, and I heard about it from a friend of mine and what it is supposed to involve in the story. So I asked if you guys would, if I should live stream it. To my surprise, I will be honest with you, to my surprise, all 4 votes have been yes votes. Apparently people want me to see it, but I will say, because I've heard, I haven't been told what kind of experience I would get in this situation. I was told that it basically would be not suitable for kids. So, whenever I stream that game, I will be putting an 18 plus on that stream. So if there's any minors involved in that stream, I'm just saying for the record, you have been warned why I put an 18 plus. And I'm saying it in particularly because I know the age that we consider, so it's basically adults only. So if any 17 and younger person ends up on my stream, you have been warned. You've been warned. Don't go there. Don't go to that stream, I'm saying. I'm protecting you from nightmares that you may have from what you might see. But in any case, that is going to be it for me here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this is Forrest Walpole, signing off.